Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth installment of the Cafetalk Diaries, where I will be reviewing 5 lessons that I took during the month of January on Cafetalk.com. My fourth lesson as a monitor was 60-minute Japanese conversation with Runo. As I mentioned in my previous video, free talk lessons are one of the best lessons for me right now to really fine-tune my speaking. As the lesson name suggests, it's a 60-minute lesson, and it is 1,300 points on Cafetalk. That's about $14.44 USD. She is based in Holland right now, so she has pretty solid availability Monday through Friday, particularly if you're in the Central European time zone. But there is enough overlap so that you can find a decent time no matter where you are in the world. Runo is originally from Fukushima Prefecture, and she's living in the Netherlands right now. She has also worked at some pretty high-class hotels here in Japan, so she can adapt your language study for very professional business use or customer service or just the basics. She can also speak English if you need. I did have to reschedule our lesson because I had a scheduling conflict with a job that I had to do, but it was no problem. You know, I let her know a few days in advance, we switched it, it was good. Before the lesson, she sent me a questionnaire of things to try to get to know me and get to know my goals and what we should focus on during the lesson. This saved a lot of time. This is a really good idea. Runo was exactly the kind of instructor that I was looking for. She really nailed those finite details without breaking the flow of conversation. I did have a nasty cold when we had the lesson, which is another cool thing that if our lesson was outside at a school or something, I definitely would have canceled because I was in no shape to be commuting. But because the lesson was online, you know, she didn't really mind that, you know, I wasn't going to transfer my cold to her, so it was great that I didn't have to cancel. We did role plays based on my studio interactions, and we also did some repeating practice so I could solidify it and she could check my pronunciation. She's very easy to understand. Her voice is very clear, so even if I couldn't understand the words that she was saying, at least I could hear them correctly. And actually, my husband was in the room during the lesson. He was here on the couch and I was over there taking the lesson. And he was pretty impressed with what was going on, so he actually said that he is going to request a lesson too. And we were both thinking after the lesson, yeah, that went pretty well, but as long as she can, you know, produce some good feedback after the lesson, she'll have nailed it. And she nailed it. Oh boy, she hit it out of the park. She sent 2 PDF files that were just full of very useful information. I think one of the goals that I have in mind right now is to be able to use Japanese in these YouTube videos, whether I'm speaking or just subtitling, and I'm not there confidence-wise yet. But I definitely feel like if I continue with her lessons and the solid feedback that she gives me, that we're probably going to have some Japanese in these videos pretty soon. The points that I really need to study are enunciation. I've really gotten kind of lazy with katakana English as well as Japanese words. So if I'm saying Florida, sometimes I'll just say Florida instead of Florida, but I should say it like that and emphasize, enunciate each syllable. And also I do it with Japanese too, like arigatou gozaimasu. I should say every syllable clearly instead of like arigatou gozaimasu. She also mentioned that at the end of the sentence you shouldn't elongate the last syllable. So if you're going to say something like arigatou gozaimasu or something like that, that you want to just cut it off at the very end and you'll sound much more confident. Arigatou gozaimasu. Done. Here is a sample of just some of the specific feedback she had for me. The blue font indicates her advice or explanations on how to use the stuff that's written in black, and the red marks are corrections of the previous sentence. So I was really happy with these examples because they're ones that I can read aloud on my own time, and they apply directly to me. My Achilles heel when it comes to Japanese or any language is particles. She also told me that I have a bad habit that I do need to correct, which is using the mas form before in the middle of my sentence, basically. So if you're going to use the mas form in the middle of a sentence, you could say something like 明日また伺いますのでどうぞよろしくお願いします. But normally we don't say it like that. We would use the dictionary form in the middle of a sentence and then end it with the mas form. So この後用事があるのでこの辺で失礼します. And finally, she sent me a PDF full of useful business Japanese phrases with their normal Japanese counterparts. But keep in mind that all of the samples that I'm showing you today are just a tiny sample of the absolute treasure trove that she sent. So thank you so much, Runo. I will definitely be taking your lessons as often as possible. They're very, very helpful for me, a perfect fit. Please stay tuned for my next lesson, which is Conversation in Japanese with Issei. Don't forget, I have a promo code for you for 1,000 free points on Cafetalk.com. All you need to do is just contact me directly, say you want it, and I will send you the code with easy instructions on how to apply it to your account. And all of my links are in the description below on how to contact me. Also, there's a link in the description for people who have not yet signed up for Cafetalk. You can get 500 free points. They're having a friend campaign. And for those of you who have already registered, you can get 500 free points by getting your friends to sign up. You're automatically entered to win 30,000 points on Cafetalk. So thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. And we'll see you next time. Bye.